Call to order the May 22nd meeting of the Planning Commission of the Town of Los Gatos. Roll call, please, Mr. Paulson.
Commissioner Sayoc?
Here.
Commissioner O'Donnell?
Here.
Commissioner Talasfor?
Here.
Commissioner Bourgeois?
Here.
Commissioner Birch?
Here.
Vice Chair Smith?
Here.
And Chair Erickson.
Here. Would you please stand and join Commissioner O'Donnell, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Town of Los Gatos and the Planning Commission of the Town of Los Gatos strongly encourage the participation of the public in this meeting and all other meetings of the Town of Los Gatos. There are several ways for members of the public to participate in the deliberations of the Planning Commission. The first is by providing written comments for agenda items prior to the meeting that then get included in the staff report for a particular agenda item. The second and third opportunities are during the meetings of the Planning Commission, and that would apply this evening. First is when we get to the a particular agenda item and provide an opportunity during the public hearing portion of that agenda item to for the public to comment on a particular item. The other is when we get to the point of verbal communication, which is the point at which the public can comment and address the commission on any item that is not on the agenda. So whether people are excited about the Super Bowl coming to this area or any other relevant or interesting topic that's not on the agenda. And if you wish to address the commission either during the verbal communications or on a particular agenda item, we would ask that you fill out a speaker card, which is on the back of the seating area, each of the little of the seating area in the audience area, and provide it to the recording secretary to our left so that we can properly recognize you at the appropriate moment. We have minutes from the May 8th meeting of the Planning Commission. Are there comments, corrections, or a motion for adoption? Commissioner Talasfor.
I have reviewed them, and I just will move that we pass these.
We have a motion to adopt the minutes as distributed by
Yes.
Commissioner Talasfor.
Second.
Yes.
Second by Commissioner Bourgeois. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed unanimously. We have no written communications this evening, is that correct?
Correct.
There are no requested continuances this evening. Members of the Planning Commission also serve on other committees of the town. As a function of being a member of the Planning Commission, there was a meeting earlier this afternoon of the General Plan Committee, and Commissioner Bourgeois is going to give us a report on that meeting.
Thank you, Chair Erickson. The General Plan Committee meeting met immediately prior to this meeting this afternoon, and we were reviewing in our continued analysis of the Affordable Housing Overlay Zone, which is part of our required approval for certification of our housing element to our general plan. We have selected several sites, and per the direction of the council, the committee was given a review of the preliminary traffic generation, so what would happen to traffic rates if those sites were approved, and also what would happen to school enrollment numbers if those sites were approved at different levels. So we reviewed that information today and received public comment, and no action was taken.
Thank you, Commissioner Bourgeois. Any questions for Commissioner Bourgeois? If not, the Historic Preservation Committee met also this afternoon. Commissioner Birch is going to give us a report on that meeting.
Thank you, Chair Erickson. The Historic Preservation Committee met today at 4 o'clock. We had 2 items on the agenda and 1 item under other business. The first item was 16 Clifton Avenue, where they were requesting approval of exterior modifications related to the conversion of a multi-unit residential structure into a single-family residence. That was a recommended approval. It will be forwarded on to the Planning Commission. The second item was 381 Pennsylvania Avenue. That was also requesting approval of exterior modifications of a pre-1900 residence. That also was approved with recommendations on some architectural modifications to the DRC. The item under other business, 153 Wilder Avenue, the applicant was not able to attend the meeting.
Thank you, Commissioner Birch. Any questions for her? We next would move to verbal communications, which is the opportunity for any member of the public to address the commission on an issue which is not on the agenda of tonight's meeting. We don't have any speaker cards, and we don't see anyone rushing forward to address this, so we'll move forward. There are no items on the consent calendar this evening, and there are no continued public hearings. The next item on our agenda is a zoning change application Z13001, which is requesting approval to rezone two properties at 234 and 236 Los Gatos Boulevard. We have a staff report that is available, and Mr. Polson is here to answer any questions that we have before we go into the full public hearing. No questions at this point in time, so we would invite forward the applicant at this point in time to, you need to identify yourself and eventually fill out a speaker card for us. That'd be great. And you have 5 minutes to provide us any additional information that you would like to, that in addition to what we have in the staff report.
Hi, Commissioners. I'm Michael Black, the applicant, and we're here to actually answer any questions that you might have. We feel it's pretty straightforward rezone, and we're here to answer anything. So, thank you.
Are there questions for Mr. Black? Commissioner Sayoc.
Hi, Mr. Black. Quick question with regard to your proposed change. Just to clarify, it will be for single-family homes?
Yeah,
One home per parcel?
yeah, we're planning on keeping the lots the same and doing 2 single-family detached homes.
2 single-family. Was there any consideration on doing multifamily? Because since 3 out of 4 is medium density?
You know, we talked to staff, and they thought that the best solution for that project, considering it's under the 40,000 square feet lot size, that we shouldn't go in for anything too big, and that it would be very straightforward and simple doing 2 single-family detached, as well as it would make sense it would appeal to the neighbors as well.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions for Mr. Black at this time? If not, thank you very much. We don't have any speaker cards from any members of the public who would like to address the commission on this issue, but if anyone would like to come forward to, if not, we would typically, Mr. Black, give you 3 additional minutes to add any further comments that you would like to. You're okay. Are there additional questions that members of the commission have of the staff, or comments that one would like to make, or an invitation for a motion? Commissioner Sayoc.
I do want to ask staff about the recommendation for single-family versus multifamily. Is the lot size, do you happen to have the lot sizes of those surrounding the area? I just wanted to get a better understanding of why it would be single-family versus the medium density that surrounds it.
Let me correct a minor error that the chair made before we go forward. I need to formally close the public portion of the public hearing before we move to deliberation, so we will do that at this point in time, and then let Mr. Paulson respond to Commissioner Sayak's question.
Staff does not have the exact sizes of the properties surrounding it. However, even though there are some multifamily uses, the appearance of the homes that are surrounding this property appear as single-family homes. They've just been divided into multifamily. The parking and access for a multifamily project on these size lots would be challenging. If you look at the attachment, the second page of attachment of Exhibit 3, you'll notice that these 2 lots are not as wide as some of the other lots that are adjacent to it. So it makes that access even more challenging. Currently, obviously, they have a shared access and an easement that goes up the middle for both of the office buildings. So we thought that the character of the neighborhood as single family was the most appropriate.
Commissioner Smith.
I noticed in Mr. Jean's letter, Mr. Paulson, that he talked about that it would allow for much better storm drainage implications. Has there been a problem on that lot or on those lots before?
Not that we're aware of.
All right, thank you.
Commissioner Talsor.
Right, so getting back to the driveways, I'm looking at these lots, and right now, it's a single driveway.
Correct. That goes
So-
between the two office
Right,
buildings.
so where would that be a shared driveway between the two homes?
We don't know. It could be with an easement over them. However, they may just have their own individual 10-foot wide driveways to access parking. Until we see the architecture and site applications, it'd be premature to speculate what those
Okay.
might look like.
But there's an opportunity that it could be shared.
There is a possibility.
Thank you.
Other questions at this time for the staff? Commissioner O'Donnell.
If we're ready, I'll just make a motion. I'll move that we approve the proposal, that we find that the proposed project is statutorily exempt under CEQA for the reasons of Section 21083.3. Find that the proposed zone change is consistent with the general plan as set forth in Exhibit 2, and that we forward the draft ordinance to the Town Council with the recommendation of approval with the conditions set forth in Exhibit 4.
Motion entered by Commissioner O'Donnell. Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Bourgeois.
I'll second that. I do think this is a pretty straightforward zone change application. I think we all probably have questions that are more appropriate for the architecture and site phase of this, but I do think the zone change would be beneficial to the neighborhood. It will make the uses more consistent, and I think it's exactly what's been outlined in the general plan for uses as we move toward the downtown. So I'll second the motion.
Second by Commissioner Bourgeois. There are other comments by the commission? If not, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes unanimously. We have commission matters, a report from the Director of Community Development.
We do. The Development Review Committee on May 14th approved 2 applications. The first was an architecture and site application at 14403 Oka Lane, which was to demolish a pre-1941 home and construct a new home on that property. The second was at 114 South Santa Cruz Avenue for minor exterior alterations to a commercial building, and that was approved as well. As many of you, I'm sure, aware, the Town Council reviewed the Albright application on Monday, May 20th. They did not get through the public testimony portion of that hearing, so it was continued to June 3rd. A couple housekeeping notes, as I believe you're maybe aware of. Todd Capurso is the current Parks and Public Works Director and acting Community Development Director, has taken a position with the City of Campbell as the Director of Parks and Public Works for them. That will be effective June 24th. Effective June 10th, Sandy Bailey has been appointed as the Community Development Director for the town. And the interim Parks and Public Works Director will be Bob Cass, who is actually former Parks and Public Works Director of Campbell. And that concludes Director's report.
Thank you, Mr. Paulson. Members of the commission have any commission matters to bring forward? If not, we reluctantly adjourn the meeting at 7:14.